director of the Pacific Institute for Advanced Study. I've been a professional futurist since about 1989. I provide a linkage between the technology, since I'm technologically educated, but also since I'm a futurist, I provide a link between the impacts that technology will have and the technology. So not just being enamored with one or the other, but as a linkage, putting the two together. So right now, in the last couple of years, I've been studying 3D printing and the impacts it's going to have on society. So on one side, I'm the chairman of the 3D printing group at Simon Fraser University. We have a bunch of students who are just enamored with the technology, and I'm getting them to do really, really neat stuff. Like, for example, we're building an extruder that'll take waste plastic from the home and turn it into filament to feed into the 3D printers, right? Because the filament is incredibly expensive, right? So here you're dealing with two problems at the same time: expensive filament and plastic in the home that has to be recycled, and we're solving two problems here. So that's one of the things we're doing. We're also developing the next generation of 3D printers. You may have heard that 3D printers are now available for $400, but they're sort of toy-like and not very stable, right? So we're trying to take the really good 3D printers that now cost from $100,000 to $1 million, and we're trying to turn them into printers that would be sold at Future Shop for under $1,000. These will print out anything. Like, for example, that tripod you're using right now, we'll be able to print that out on a 3D printer. Aluminum, titanium, copper, magnesium, whatever you want to make, we'll be able to make it, right? Okay, so there's the technology. Now what about the impacts? I'm writing a book right now that's called Prophecies of June. Why June? It means just on order manufacturing. This is what the whole 3D printing revolution is about. When you want something, you can get it immediately. Instant gratification for everyone. Right now, what does that mean? When everyone becomes a manufacturer in their home, all the cheap things we now get from China, like toys and chess pieces and camera lenses and spare parts for things, now can be made in the home, right? This means this is going to be devastating for the low-cost manufacturers like Bangladesh and China and so on, because we won't need them anymore. Everything will be a digital file in a website that you can download and print instantly. So you don't have to order anything from China anymore. So this is going to devastate them.
So you mentioned June.
Yeah.
And as a business person, I remember JIT, just-in-time shipping and surplus, and it changed the whole industry.
This is so different. This is completely different.
How's this different?
Okay, because there's no inventory whatsoever, right? All there is raw material coming in the form of sintered metal or a filament, right? And instantly it's turned into a product. And so there's absolutely no inventory. So in the future, when you want a car, you'll go to a website, hopefully mine, right? And you'll design the car yourself. You want an electric car, you want a diesel car, you want a gasoline car, you want 4 cylinders, you want 6 cylinders, doesn't matter, right? You want blue outside, red on the inside, you want 7 cup holders, you will tick, 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 design it, go to the finance page, and then when you press enter, that car will be printed out to your exact specifications right then and there in a neighborhood manufacturing center. No assembly line. It'll be a spherical assembly area where the 3D printers produce everything and assemble it. 2 business days later, it gets delivered to your door. Right? This is what's going to happen, right? Now, imagine when neighborhood manufacturers are making electric cars for $5,000. Right? It's going to devastate entire huge corporations, right? They'll just look at electric cars. I could talk about hundreds of technologies, but electric cars, they don't need cooling systems. They don't need fan belts. They don't need spark plugs. They don't need exhaust systems. They don't need oil or gas. I could go on and on and on, all the things they don't need. Each of those is a major industry. 3D printers can make entire transmission boxes as one unit. You don't need to assemble it. 1,000 parts pre-assembled, printed out as one unit. It's incredible. Right? The U.S. Navy goes to sea with 40 million spare parts in an aircraft carrier naval task force. 3D printers can print all those parts. They don't need all those spare parts anymore. That's what it means, just on order. As soon as you need something, you can create it.
Amazing. How can people find out more about you? How can they contact you, especially when your book comes out and get that? Okay, so I'm Dr. Paul Tinari. I'm at Tinari P, T-I-N-A-R-I-P at yahoo.com. And my book is going to be called Prophecies of Joom, J-O-O-M. And it's coming out any day now. I'm just doing the final editing of it.